Hello everyone, and welcome to my YNR 24 spoilers. Standing ground, tough position, high road. Spoilers for Tuesday, September 16th episode of The Young and the Restless suggest some shocking developments in Genoa City. One person chooses the morally right path, another is put in a difficult situation, and a character refuses to back down. What can we expect from Tuesday's performance? It's time to find out. Forced to take the high road, Kyle Labit. According to spoilers for Tuesday, September 16th episode of The Young and the Restless, Kyle Labit will feel compelled to choose the high road, using the word forced rather than taking the high road. Here are our weekly YNR spoilers, so be sure to check them out. Because of his deceit and possessiveness toward Holden Novak, Nathan Owens, Kyle is currently at odds with Claire Newman. At this point, he is forced to follow Claire's guidelines. Will she overlook him or will she remain vigilant? Chelsea Lawson's difficult role. Adam Newman will put Chelsea Lawson in a difficult situation across town. He seems to be going to tell her about Victor Newman's AI software concept and his attempt to acquire Abbott Communications. Adam's suggestion could put him in legal hot water as well. But Chelsea has been much more #Team Newman lately and has let go of her urge to defend Billy Abbott, Jason Thompson. In terms of his competition with Billy, it's also going too far. Will she support it? Read this. Wednesday, September 17th spoilers for The Young and the Restless. Victor's triple threat. Kane's difficult condition. Sally's Spectra remains firm. Speaking of that AI program, Tuesday's teasers for The Young and the Restless indicate that Sally Spectra, Courtney Hope, will not back down from Billy. Sally disagrees with Billy's proposal to forsake his goals for Abbott Communications and team up with Kane Ashby in order to use this AI program to get revenge on Victor. Is this the start of Silly's demise? Will this cause Sally and Billy to split up? Which plot point in Tuesday's program are you most excited about? Tell us what you think. For the finest Young and the Restless spoilers, news, and updates, watch your favorite CBS serial opera every day and frequently visit SOS. What happens when Claire dumps Kyle? Given how badly his love life is going, spoilers for The Young and the Restless suggest that Kyle Abbott is on the verge of slipping into a downward spiral. 1. Claire walks because of Kyle's bossiness. Because of his own overbearing tactics, Kyle and Claire Newman's Haley Aaron relationship is currently in the weeds. We anticipate that Claire will push Kyle away if he does one more prank because she is sick of being controlled. Kyle claims he will give Claire some time and space, but his behavior betrays this. She was particularly offended by the manner he instructed Holden Novak, played by Nathan Owens, to distance himself from her. Then there is the tumultuous proposal, the secret agreement with Victor Newman, Eric Braden, and the Audra Charles mayhem. Kyle will be devastated if Claire dumps him, and he is unsure of when to say when. 2. Kyle compels Holden and Claire to hook up. It's possible that Kyle will shove Claire into Holden's arms. Claire became upset when Holden was told to avoid her, and as we know, his boss, Kane Ashby, Billy Flynn, has given him orders to approach her. Claire may turn to Holden if she and Kyle break up, either out of genuine attraction, boredom, or resentment. Kyle will undoubtedly struggle and most likely do something foolish if this occurs. 3. Jabot is overtaken by Kyle. Kyle can seek comfort at work if Claire leaves him. In order to repel Kane and Victor's hostile attacks, he will need to assist his father, Jack Abbott. But when it comes to Jabot, he has shown to be a wild cannon. When it comes to Kane, Jack and Victor might work together as the lesser of two evils. Victor is aiming for Jabot. Kyle will become a revenge-driven man as a result of defending his family business, and that's never a pleasant place to live. But if Claire really does let him go, that might be all he has left. Do you believe Kyle has the capacity to turn to the dark side in the days and weeks ahead? YNR fans, make sure to keep up with all of the current events on The Young and the Restless. For the most recent YNR news, spoilers, and updates, return frequently. Sit back and enjoy the greatest soap opera information available online. Kyle eats crow, Adam's filthy revenge, and Michael's dodge. According to Tuesday, September 16th spoilers for The Young and the Restless, Adam Newman's revenge plan fails, and Kyle Abbott attempts to win over a reluctant Claire Newman. 4 weeks now, Kyle has been annoying Claire with his slow drip of the truth about his actions behind her back. All of this resulted in a hasty marriage proposal, which Claire believed was a reward for all he had done wrong. In the weeds, Claire can't help but feel suspicious, but Kyle saw his move as an indication of his commitment to her. It is obvious that these two need to agree, but given the current situation, it seems unlikely that they will, unless Kyle is able to apologize to Holden Novak. Claire naturally took offense when Kyle instructed Holden to leave her alone during a hissy-snit fit. Holden, Kyle, and Claire need to work out. On Tuesday's episode, Kyle swallows his pride, but there are still more problems to come. In another scene, Chelsea Lawson, played by Melissa Claire Egan, and Adam discuss their own disaster. Abbott Communications is the target of Victor Newman's, Eric Braden, plan to test the capabilities of their illegal AI program. Chelsea will not be on board, but Adam is. Adam wants to use Kane Ashby's Billy Flynn AI package on Billy Abbott's Jason Thompson business. Are against. Adam gives Chelsea an update and restates the necessity of eliminating Billy due to the potential threat posed by his Kane alliance. Chelsea is conflicted because she feels compelled to weaken their adversaries, but dislikes the idea of ruining her ex's business, Abbott Communications. Then there are the moral and legal ramifications of their actions, and Chelsea is concerned about the state of AI. Spoiler alert, Chelsea eventually agrees to Adam's plan after it hits a roadblock. Sally refuses to participate. Sally Spectra, on the other hand, opposes Billy's ideas for AI software. Sally is not persuaded by Billy's claim that he will simply use it as a threat and not actually use the weapon. Sally worries that Billy may eventually utilize the program and end up behind bars. Sally shares the difficult position with Jack Abbott, played by Peter Bergman, and Diane Jenkins Abbott. Michael Baldwin must deceive Phyllis Summers as part of his objective. To prevent Phyllis from learning of his double agent deal with Victor, how far will he go? Make sure to keep up with all of the current events on The Young and the Restless. For the most recent YNR news, spoilers, and updates, return frequently. Sit back and enjoy the greatest soap opera information available online. Conflicts in Genoa City don't just boil, they blow up, and Tuesday, September 16th, looks to be one of those days when seemingly insignificant choices have a big impact on relationships, families, and corporate empires. 3 interconnected themes dominate the episode. Sally Spectra standing her ground, Chelsea Lawson facing a difficult situation, and Kyle Abbott being compelled to choose the high road. Despite the apparent simplicity of these themes, The Young and the Restless genius lies in the fact that nothing is ever plain. Every decision has repercussions, every loyalty is put to the test, and every high road detour has potential hazards that might ruin people's reputations, businesses, and personal lives. We must dissect how Kyle, Chelsea, Sally, and others are being drawn into the Newman, Abbott, Kane whirl while facing personal fears and complex romances that have the potential to either strengthen or destroy them entirely if we are to comprehend the gravity of what is taking place. Forced to take the high road, Kyle Abbott. The plot of Kyle Abbott is contradictory. He appears to be the ideal Abbott son, charming, clever, and devoted to his family. Beneath the surface, however, lies a guy consumed by envy and insecurity, particularly in regards to Claire Newman and her developing relationship with Holden Novak. According to Tuesday's previews, Kyle will be forced to choose the high road, a significant difference from doing so voluntarily. Kyle's back is to the wall, as this detail indicates. He has already been exposed by Claire for his manipulation, including his hasty proposals, covert connections, and possessive meddling in her friendships. Kyle's propensity to command rather than listen has worn thin, and she doesn't want to be treated like a chess piece. For Kyle, what does it mean to be forced onto the high road? It means swallowing his pride, even if it tastes like poison, apologizing when he doesn't want to, and giving up on Holden despite every bone in his body screaming for him to fight. It's still survival, not true growth. He is aware that Claire is fading away and will go away if he doesn't follow her instructions. Ironically, if Holden just trusted her and gave her space, Claire might be pushed into his arms more quickly than if Kyle tried to hold her close. This leads us to the first potentially harmful effect: Kyle's decline in the event that Claire does end up dumping him. His desperation can lead to more sinister tendencies, such as plotting Holden's revenge, acting recklessly with Jabot, or even manipulating Victor Newman's AI research to establish his value. Kyle must choose between taking the low route, which promises short-term power but long-term harm, or the highway, which feels embarrassing. Chelsea Lawson. Stuck in a difficult situation. Chelsea Lawson is being squeezed across town in a way that jeopardizes her loyalty and moral compass. She is informed about Victor's AI software plan and its relationship to Abbott Communications by Adam Newman. With Kane Ashby's help, Adam presents it as a necessary blow to neutralize Billy Abbott before he becomes too powerful. However, this is more than simply a business issue for Chelsea. It's very intimate. She has put a lot of effort into becoming more balanced, separating herself from harmful habits and concentrating on her child's future. She is putting her conscience at risk and could face legal repercussions if she supports Adam's ruthless tactics. Her difficult situation involves deciding between two different versions of herself, not only between Adam and Billy. Is she the one who will support Adam no matter how vicious his plans get? Or is she the one who used to love Billy so much that she shielded him from himself? Yes, the modern Chelsea favors Newman, but supporting Adam's scathing campaign might reverse her gains. Chelsea is aware that Victor rarely goes into a conflict without a trove of covert tactics, and Adam isn't being completely honest about Victor's ultimate endgame. Testing AI software on Abbott Communications might have terrible results. Chelsea's plot is interesting because she is being drawn into a conflict between Abbott and Newman that she did not agree to. Her objective is stability rather than empire development, unlike Victor, Adam, or Billy. However, stability is unattainable in Genoa City, and Tuesday's episode makes it apparent that she will have to pick a side, both of which might be extremely costly. Sally Spectra, maintaining her position. In the midst of a whirlwind of reckless ambition, Sally Spectra stands out as the voice of caution. Sally declines Billy Abbott's offer to team up with Kane Ashby in order to utilize the contentious AI program to get revenge on Victor. She understands the moral and legal quandary that arises from interfering with artificial intelligence plans and sees danger in Billy's preoccupation with vengeance. Sally doesn't believe Billy when he says the AI will just be used as a negotiating chip and not as a real weapon. She is too familiar with Billy's blind spots when pride takes over, his propensity to push limits, and his addiction to danger. Sally's rejection is motivated by self-respect as much as AI. She has been balancing being Billy's partner with retaining her freedom for several months. Now that she is standing her ground, she is demonstrating that she will not be forced into a conflict that she does not support, even if it means conflict with Billy. Since Billy is unlikely to change his intentions just because Sally doesn't agree with him, this could destroy their relationship. Sally, however, has matured. She is no longer the impetuous plotter who used to compete for scraps in the fashion industry. She is a woman who has established her own reputation and will not jeopardize it in a futile conflict between egos. The more profound query is, how much is she prepared to sacrifice for her beliefs? She runs the risk of pushing Billy into Kane's arms if she keeps blocking his AI gambit, which would strain their relationship on both a personal and professional level. However, she would be betraying herself if she compromised her ethics. Sally is taking the more difficult route by refusing to back down, even if it means being alone. Isolation can also be fatal in Genoa City. The network of linked fallout. Sally's unwavering position, Chelsea's hard decision, and Kyle's forced humility are not separate storylines. They are strands of a bigger web that Kane Ashby's disruptive presence and Victor Newman's goal for AI have weaved. Every choice influences the one after it. Kyle can turn into an erratic ally or foe in the AI battle if he loses Claire and spirals. Chelsea runs the danger of upsetting Billy and other people if she gives in to Adam's demands, but it also validates his grudge. Sally might unintentionally push Billy in the direction of Kane if she declines to play Billy's game, which would further destabilize Abbott communications and bolster Victor's adversaries. And behind it all lies the ghost of Victor, who may have foreseen every possible response and lives on turmoil. Victor is aware of his pawn's adversaries and family. He has created the conditions for a fight in which his opponents will ultimately play his game, regardless of the path they take, high, rough, or grounded. The bigger issues at hand. Tuesday's episode is brilliant because it uses the exaggerated prism of soap opera to depict universal struggles. Pride versus love is at the heart of Kyle's forced high road. Chelsea's strong stance contrasts devotion with morality. Sally's stance contrasts honesty with concession. Everyone must make these decisions in life, albeit in less dramatic and flashy situations. The Young and the Restless is brilliant because it magnifies these quandaries, forcing us to consider what we would do if we had to sacrifice everything to remain faithful, swallow pride for love, or betray our conscience for loyalty. Storm clouds over Genoa City, a look ahead. These threads will probably twist into knots during the next few weeks, which could choke both businesses and relationships. If Claire leaves him, Kyle may in fact go dark, directing his grief into risky business practices. Chelsea might unwittingly allow Adam to get away with it, only to come to regret it when his revenge scheme goes awry. Sally may find that Billy loses when she stands her position, making her question whether honesty is worth being alone. Holden, Kane, and Victor will be there to take advantage of any openings throughout it all. In Genoa City, Tuesday, September 16th, is more than just another day, it's a watershed. There are days when taking the hardest route feels like betrayal, taking the high road feels like punishment, and standing your ground feels like loneliness. One day, every character will realize that decisions are weapons in this world, and that even the best of intentions can backfire.